Hello, this is Sheshachalam from Astroguide Mysore. Today, let us understand Sakata Yoga, a very simple yoga in definition, but to understand the intricacies of it, it will take some time. So, Sakata Yoga is formed when Moon is in the 6th, 8th, or 12th houses from the planet Jupiter. So, very simple definition. If Moon is in any of the Triksthanas are the houses of obstacles or houses of difficulty, the 6th, 8th, and the 12th. From Jupiter. So it has to be reckoned from Jupiter. So anyway, when Moon is in the 6th house from Jupiter, then Jupiter will be in the 8th from the Moon. So this is called as the Sastashtaka Yoga. And if Moon is in the 8th house, then Jupiter will be in the 6th from the Moon. That is called Ashtashashta Yoga. So only when there is Moon in the 12th from Jupiter, then Jupiter will be in the 2nd from Moon. So this you should understand. This one particular point of Moon in the 12th from Jupiter will give you in return Jupiter in the 2nd from Moon, which is a good yoga. We know Sunapa Yoga, we have discussed about it. Sunapa, Anapa, these are the yogas when good planets, benefics are placed either in the 2nd or the 12th from Moon. So that yoga, will it get cancelled because Moon is in the 12th from Jupiter, which gives rise to Sakata Yoga? We'll understand this. But anyway, what is this yoga going to give us? Whether it is going to give us too much of difficulty, and how this is going to, put a native into, uh, distress or stress. Let us understand this. Usually, when a person goes through this yoga, he will encounter a lot of expenses. If it is in the 6th or the 8th from Jupiter, if Moon is in the 6th or the 8th from Jupiter, a person encounters a lot of expenses. And why is this expenses? Why nothing else is much discussed in this yoga is because Jupiter is the lord or the signifier of finance, the stability, the financial stability of the native, and Moon, which actually is what we call as the live currency, the money, the flow. When it goes and gets stuck in the 6th or the 8th house, intermittently, it is not that it will be happening every day. Whenever the native encounters a dasha, that is a planetary period of Jupiter and Moon, or Moon or Jupiter within the sub and sub lords of the Mahadasha. Maybe the Mahadasha lord will be something else, like for example, it might be of Mars. So let us say Mars, Jupiter, Moon, Mars, Moon, Jupiter. So there might be some difficulties that the native will be experiencing very quite often in this particular time period of the sublords and their dasha bhuktis of Moon and Jupiter. He will have to spend a lot of money on many areas. Like, the area of concern has to be understood depending on the signs in which the planets Moon and Jupiter are posited, and the lordship, whether it is in the 4th house, and from the 4th it is the 6th. Let us say Jupiter is in the 4th house, and from the 4th, the 6th is 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th. So if Moon is in the 9th house, 4th and 9th, so you should understand what actually might be happening. The 4th house significations: mother. Mother, and the Karaka for mother is Moon sitting in the 6th from the 4th, might make you spend, for the hospitalization or some other problems pertaining to the native's mother itself. So it all depends on the lordship, the ownership, the sign which Moon and Jupiter owns, and also the sign in which they are posited. So In certain cases, what will happen, like for example, if moon is posited in the 8th house from Jupiter, then the person will not listen to anybody. He will be very adamant and very stubborn with regard to his investments. We are talking only about financial setbacks because of this Sakata Yoga. So the person might suddenly surge ahead and do his investments without, going into clear guidance or, taking any legal clarity, and sometimes getting stuck because of his blind belief. So it is very tough to stop this type of a person in that particular time period from making bad investments and getting into losses because of his trust and belief, and he'll be very sure with regard to what he is doing. So that is how it is. So tough it is. So in the 8th house, we'll get into troubles related to court or conflicts which are pertaining to legal issues, allegations, humiliation. These things can happen after the loss. He goes through humiliation. And the 6th house might be because of losses due to health and not able to return loans. Repayment capacity might suddenly get curbed. So, these two positions of moon from Jupiter is considered extremely difficult. But the other position, the 12th house from Jupiter, has a mixed result, because from moon, when Jupiter is placed in the second, the native will have to have good cash flow. But when moon is placed in the 12th from Jupiter, it very clearly tells that how much ever he or she gets, it doesn't stay in the hand, it gets liquefied, it gets spent. That is, it's not that they are spent thrifts, but there is a chance that they will keep getting involved in situations where a lot of money is spent. So that is, whatever comes in simply goes, maybe because of wasteful travel, sudden hospitalization, or again, maybe because of sometimes people have the greed. They feel that they can make a lot of money or get a lot of interest, and they invest the money with some relative or give it to somebody, thinking that they are going to get every month, they are going to get back good money out of it, but they lose a lot of money in this. So Sakata Yoga puts a person into financial difficulty in various, because of various reasons. This same Sakata Yoga can also be understood with Rahu and Moon. Here we are talking about Jupiter Moon, which actually gives Sakata Yoga. But try to understand the Sastashtaka dosha, the 6-8 dosha with Rahu and Moon. It again, that is the 6th, Rahu being placed in the 8th or 6th from Moon, or let us say Moon being placed in the 6th or 8th from Rahu. So every two planets can be handled like this to understand how the Bakuta, what we call as the 6-8 position, which gives that name of Bakuta dosha also, can be understood from analyzing the lordships, the sign in which they are posited, and the distance from each other. That is the 6-8 position, whether it is in the 6th or the 8th from the given planet, like Rahu, like Saturn. So moon from every planet has to be seen how it is posited to understand many things in a chart. So we will come into this particular thing in a detailed way, in the detailed advanced levels. This is just basics still going on. So thank you very much for today's class.